Happy birthday, Mr. President. 80 years old, 238 pounds, BMI of 29.7, which is so close to 30, which is obese. And soldiers got to pass a body fat test to attend your party. And what do you get the man who got bone spurs right when Vietnam called? You build him a 92-foot fighting cage on the front lawn of the White House. No, seriously, I need you to see this. Take a look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They think it might rain. They think it might rain on the 14th. Oh no, check this out though. Check this out for real. Well, let me say something. Check this. Right here. They're testing the lights on the UFC stage, guys. Check this out, man. Yeah, that is the south lawn of the US White House, where Abraham Lincoln walked, where FDR held press conferences, where every president in American history has stood representing this country. Tonight, it looks like a Monster energy drink commercial. Now, they call this thing the Claw. It's 92 feet tall, is built on national park land in front of your house, our house. All right, we're gonna take a tour of this structure. Y'all take a look at this now. All right. Normally, the South Lawn is just an open field where the president's helicopter lands, but now it's temporary 4,300 seat arena sitting right in front of the White House. UFC calls it the Claw, a full size undergone right up on the massive arch lined with hundreds of lights and speakers. There's four of these massive LED screens. This thing is a monstrosity, y'all. Let's just be real. They got a live band. They celebrating America's 250th birthday, and it's on the president's 80th birthday, which is the UFC Freedom 250. It was a $60 million budget on the White House. All right. And he want to know what y'all think about it, right? They got brand logos plastered all over the side of this thing, commercial brands for a private, for-profit birthday party. A federal lawsuit was filed calling this thing, and I'm quoting directly, deeply corrupt. And he said it violated federal law, had no congressional authorization, no environmental review, and was giving Dana White and UFC unfettered access to national parklands for a private event. The judge threw out the lawsuit, threw it out today. And so the fight is on tomorrow. But it took 60 million to build this, right? The UFC is paying for it. But ask yourself, what does Dana White get back for 60 million spent at the White House? Because Dana White and Donald Trump go back to 2001. The first UFC fight Dana White ever promoted, Trump, Taj Mahal, and this relationship has been cooking for 25 years. So, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? I've watched maybe one UFC fight in my life, so I'm not the guy to break down the card, but I am the guy to break down that $60 million structure built on national parkland with no congressional authorization for a billionaire's 80th birthday party. And that I can speak on. But let's take a look. Let me see if I got any more things for that, right? Take a look at it. Let me let y'all. It's called a Claw. All right. I've seen it set up before. I just can't remember where. And then it hit me, right? My neighbor had something exactly like this in his front yard one 4th of July, except his was like inflatable, and the HOA made him take it down by like Monday morning, and Trump doesn't have an HOA. He is the HOA. So, let's take a look at some more stuff on this, right? They asked Marco, and here he is. And this is where it really gets good, right? They asked Marco Rubio about keeping the structure permanently, right? Marco Rubio, the man who once stood at a podium and called Donald Trump a con artist. That Marco Rubio. So Watch this, guys. Watch this.
It's good. Secret Service wasn't as excited by the explosions, but everybody else, and what they built out there is phenomenal. We'll never see it again. Although the president's threatening to leave it permanently. You heard that, right? He's threatening to leave the, just don't know, maybe, we'll just host weekly fights between people in politics, and, and settle our scores that way. But all kidding aside, Sunday is an unbelievable, historic, I think never to be repeated until next year experience.
Hold on. Let me pause him. Let me pause this dude here.
The American people to be able to see a sport. This is where I want to close. And I made this point earlier. We were doing a little interview about it.
It's your favorite
the White House
representative.
is the people's house. It belongs to the people of the United States. The American 250 celebration belongs to the people of the United States. And there are millions.
All right, so that was Marco Rubio, right? And then let me tell you what else going on, right? They got a body fat test going on. Here's the part that really got me, right? And I'm reading you the actual policy because you need to hear this word for word. And senior Pentagon officials are putting together a list of uniformed service members who will be offered tickets to attend this event. But, and I need you to hear this, tickets will only be given to soldiers who meet military body composition standards, a body fat test, to attend a birthday party at the White House. Now, I want to be fair. Secretary Hegseth got up there and he actually tried. So I'm gonna let y'all take a look at this, right? Take a look at this. Take a look at this, boy. Let me see. Is this the right one? I think this is. Let me get Marco down. Let's put him up there. My boy. Here's Pete Hegseth. Oh yeah, he pumping the iron, boy. He getting to it. We're gonna show y'all the full clip because the people got the half clip on him. That boy moving, boy. He trying. They on him, boy. He gonna be struggling in a minute though. He's struggling now. The bar is leaning. Come on, man. This is a light day. What is he doing, bro? Oh, he's struggling there, guys. Help him out, guys. Help him out, guys. 44. Barely. Yeah, you barely got 44. We're going to go to something else, bro, because that was horrible, right? He struggled. He fought through it, though. He showed up and he put in the work. And that's more I can say for the birthday boy himself. He ain't never lifted nothing but a couple of cheeseburgers and hot dogs like we saw at the Knicks. But, because of the official White House physicians report, it was signed, published May 2026 on the government record. It says the president gained 14 pounds since last year. His current weight, 238 pounds. If you believe that, I mean, BMI 29.7. That's 1 decimal point from the clinical definition of obese. His own doctor told him to exercise more and lose some weight. In the same month, he told soldiers they got to pass a body fat test to get into his birthday party. At least Hegseth tried. Y'all saw him. He was trying, boy. But let's be real, right? I'm going to be honest because that's what we do here. Is UFC entertaining for millions of people? Absolutely. Is Dana White a good promoter? It's questionable. Is June 14th Flag Day and America's 250th birthday? Yes, it is. But here's what I can't get past, right? 100,000 people on the White House lawn, $60 million structure, commercial brands on national parkland, soldiers passing body fat tests to attend, a federal lawsuit filed and rejected in 6 days, and Marco Rubio standing at a podium in front of all of it, defending keeping it permanently. And while this was being built on your lawn, the SBA just gutted the 8A program that was supposed to help Black business owners access 700 billion in federal contracts. Under Biden, 2,200 businesses admitted over 4 years. Under Trump, 65 total, all of last year. But the claw got built in 3 weeks, 60 million, no problem. You tell me where the priorities are. So now, real quick, for the people who actually watch UFC, here's what's on the card tomorrow. And I have no idea who any of these people are because I'm not going to leave you hanging. So, but the lightweight title is Ilya Topuria versus a Justin Gath. The interim heavyweight title was Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gain plus 5 more fights. Now, I don't have any idea who any of those people are. I'll give them that, right? They probably putting them on the map with this fight, right? But the fighters didn't do anything wrong. They just showed up and they trying to put in work, just like Headself trying to put in the same type of work. But it's the 92-foot commercial brand covered cage built on national park land for a billionaire's birthday party with no congressional authorization. That's the problem. Not the fighters, never the fighters. UFC Freedom 250 is tomorrow, June 14th, on the White House South Lawn. Whether you're watching or not, we'll be here. The SBA 8A comment portal that I talked about is still open until July 13th, 26. The link is in that video. Go to the regulation.gov, docket SBA 2026-0133. Make your voice heard where it actually counts. We don't forget. Peace.